The last days of May in seismic history show a large series of earthquakes of varying magnitudes. Below are the most important historical events. May 26. A magnitude 6.3 earthquake struck Indonesia in 2006. At least 5,749 fatalities, 38,500 people injured, and up to 600,000 displaced in the Bantul-Yogyakarta area. More than 127,000 houses were destroyed and another 451,000 were damaged in the region, with total losses estimated at approximately $3.1 billion United States dollars. It was felt in Bantul and Klaten, Sleman and Yogyakarta, Surakarta, Salatiga, Blitar, and Surabaya, much of Java. Also felt in Denpasar, Bali. A magnitude 7.8 earthquake also struck off the coast of Honshu, Japan in 1983. At least 104 people were killed, others injured, and major damage to homes, roads, and boats was caused by the earthquake and a tsunami along the Sea of Japan coast from southern Hokkaido to the Niigata area of Honshu. Most casualties and damage occurred on the Oga Peninsula. Tsunami damage extended as far as Yamaguchi Prefecture in southwest Honshu, the Sea of Japan coast of the USSR, and the eastern and southern coasts of South Korea, where 3 additional fatalities occurred. Felt in Akita, Hokkaido, and across northern and central Honshu. Estimated tsunami heights: 14 meters in Minehama, Honshu, 2 to 6 meters in southern Hokkaido and northern Honshu, up to 8 meters along the USSR coast, and 4 meters along the South Korean coast. A 5.1 magnitude earthquake occurred in Aurora, Illinois in 1909. Felt over more than 800,000 square kilometers and strongly in Iowa and Wisconsin. Buildings swayed in Chicago, where there were fears of wall collapses. May 27. A magnitude 7.1 earthquake struck Russia in 1995. Up to 1,989 people died, around 750 were injured, and severe damage occurred in the Neftogorsk area. Minor damage was reported in Oka. It was felt in Moskalovo, Nikolaevsk na Amur, Nivyarovo, Alexandrovsk Sokolinsky, and Nish. May 28. A magnitude 5.6 earthquake struck southern Xinjiang, China in 1998. 28 people were injured, more than 2,000 buildings destroyed, and another 3,000 damaged. May 29. A magnitude 6.3 earthquake occurred in Iceland in 2008. About 30 people were injured in Selfoss. Buildings were damaged and public services were cut in the Havurajeri-Selfoss area. The road between Reykjavik and Selfoss was damaged, and rockslides occurred in Vestmannaeyjar. A steaming fissure opened in an existing geothermal spring area. Felt in Havurajeri and Selfoss, Keflavik, Hafnarfjörður, Keflavik, and Reykjavik. A magnitude 6.9 to 7.0 earthquake struck the Myanmar-China border region in 1976. 2 earthquakes occurred less than 2 hours apart. Heavy casualties and significant damage were reported in the Lungling-Lushi area of China. Also felt in northeastern Myanmar. A magnitude 6.6 earthquake struck Afghanistan in 1998. One of the world's deadliest earthquakes. At least 4,000 people were killed, and thousands injured or left homeless in the Badakhshan and Takhar provinces. Strongly felt in Mazar-e-Sharif and also felt in Kabul, Afghanistan, Islamabad, Peshawar, and Rawalpindi, Pakistan, and Dushanbe, Tajikistan. A magnitude 7.0 earthquake occurred in Romania in 1990. 9 fatalities, over 700 injuries, and significant damage in the Bucharest-Brăila-Brasov area. 4 deaths, injuries, and structural damage also occurred in Moldova. Severe damage in northern Bulgaria. Felt in Silistra and Sofia, Bulgaria, Kishinev, Kiev, Lviv, Moscow, Rostov, Sochi, and Uzhgorod. Stavropol and Leningrad, USSR. Also felt in Hungary, Greece, Poland, Turkey, and Yugoslavia. A magnitude 7.6 earthquake struck Pakistan in 1935. 30,000 deaths. One of the most destructive earthquakes in the world. Quetta was nearly completely destroyed. Numerous fractures and landslides occurred in the area. May 31st. A day with a notable seismic history. In 1970, a strong magnitude 7.9 earthquake struck off the northern coast of Peru. One of the most destructive earthquakes in the world. 70,000 deaths and 150,000 injuries in the Ancash and La Libertad departments due to the earthquake and a catastrophic avalanche of rocks, ice, and mud that buried the city of Yungay, home to around 20,000 people. In 1946, a magnitude 5.9 earthquake struck Turkey. Between 840 and 1,300 fatalities and several villages destroyed. In 1917, a magnitude 7.9 earthquake struck southern Alaska. One of the largest earthquakes in U.S. history. In 1897, a 5.6 magnitude earthquake struck Giles County, Virginia. The largest earthquake in Virginia's history. Strongly felt in Narrows, about 3 kilometers west of Pearisburg. The ground moved in waves, springs turned cloudy, and some stopped flowing. Water flow was also affected in the Pearisburg and Sugar Run areas, about 70 kilometers west of Roanoke.